Few artists in American culture have built a legacy as vast and enduring as Barbra Streisand. With a career spanning more than 6 decades, she has earned not only critical acclaim, but also extraordinary financial success, with an estimated net worth exceeding $400 million. Yet in recent years, conversations around her life have shifted from box office numbers and album sales to something more personal: how she intends her legacy to live on. Rather than following the traditional path of passing the bulk of her estate directly to family, Streisand has chosen a philanthropic focus that reflects the values she has championed throughout her life. This decision is not about exclusion or controversy. It is about intention. For Streisand, wealth has never been simply about accumulation. It has been about impact. Her choices reveal a woman thinking carefully about what remains after the curtain falls, not just recordings and awards, but meaningful contributions that continue shaping education, health research, women's rights, and the arts for generations to come. Early life in Brooklyn, roots of resilience. Born on April 24, 1942, in Brooklyn, New York, Streisand grew up in a working-class Jewish household. Her father passed away when she was just a baby, leaving her mother, Diana Rosen, to raise her under financially modest circumstances. The absence of her father and the emotional distance she later described in interviews shaped her independent spirit. From an early age, she felt different, determined to define herself in a world that often told her she did not fit conventional standards of beauty or stardom. At Erasmus Hall High School, she excelled academically and artistically, graduating near the top of her class. Rather than attend college, she moved to Manhattan to pursue acting and singing. It was during this time she altered the spelling of her first name from Barbara to Barbra, a subtle yet symbolic gesture of individuality. She was crafting not only a career, but a personal identity, one rooted in originality and self-belief. The voice that changed everything. Streisand's early performances in small Manhattan clubs quickly set her apart. Her voice, rich, controlled, emotionally layered, did not mirror the pop trends of the early 1960s. It stood alone. In 1963, she released the Barbra Streisand album, which won 2 Grammy Awards, including Best Female Pop Vocal Performance and Album of the Year. Practically overnight, she transitioned from club performer to national sensation. What made her rise remarkable was not just talent, but timing and boldness. At a time when the charts were dominated by British rock bands, Streisand proved that theatrical vocal artistry still commanded attention. Her ability to interpret lyrics with emotional precision became her signature. Audiences did not just hear her, they felt her. That connection laid the foundation for a recording career that would span more than 35 studio albums and sell millions worldwide. Yet music was only one dimension of her expanding creative identity. Broadway breakthrough and Hollywood triumph. Before conquering film, Streisand made waves on Broadway. Her performance in I Can Get It For You Wholesale earned her a Tony nomination, but it was Funny Girl that transformed her into a star. Originating the role of Fanny Brice in 1964, she captivated theatergoers with humor and vulnerability. When the story was adapted into the 1968 film Funny Girl, Streisand reprised the role and won the Academy Award for Best Actress. It was a rare transition from stage to screen that retained its magic. Hollywood embraced her, yet she maintained creative control over her projects. Films such as The Way We Were and A Star Is Born showcased her range, blending romance, drama, and music seamlessly. Later, with Yentl in 1983, she became the first woman to win a Golden Globe for Best Director, proving she was not just a performer, but a visionary storyteller determined to shape narratives on her own terms. An EGOT career and cultural impact. Streisand's career places her among a rare group of EGOT winners, artists who have received Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony honors. Over the years, she has collected multiple Grammys, 2 Academy Awards, several Emmys, and a special Tony Award. In 1995, she received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, recognizing not only vocal mastery, but sustained influence. Her commercial success matched her critical acclaim. The 1980 album Guilty, created with members of the Bee Gees, became one of her best-selling projects, featuring the global hit, Woman in Love. Beyond sales figures, Streisand's influence can be measured in how she expanded opportunities for women in entertainment, demanding creative authority, directing major films, and negotiating business terms at a time when few women could. Her tours set records, her ticket prices redefined industry standards, and her artistic consistency demonstrated that longevity in entertainment requires both reinvention and steadfast authenticity. Family, motherhood, and personal growth. In 1963, Streisand married actor Elliot Gould, and in 1966 they welcomed their son, Jason Gould. Balancing rapid fame with motherhood was not simple. As her career accelerated, public scrutiny intensified. Over time, both mother and son pursued artistic paths, occasionally collaborating, including on her 2014 album Partners. Though like many families they experienced periods of adjustment, Streisand has consistently expressed pride in Jason's independence and creativity. Later, in 1998, she married actor James Brolin. Their relationship has been notably private and stable, offering her companionship grounded away from the spotlight. Streisand's personal life, while occasionally examined by media, has largely been protected by her discretion. She learned early that fame and intimacy require careful boundaries, a lesson that informs both her relationships and her thoughtful estate planning today. The Streisand Foundation. Purpose in action. Established in 1986, the Streisand Foundation represents Streisand's long-standing commitment to social responsibility. The foundation supports initiatives in education, environmental preservation, women's equality, civil rights, and public health research. Over decades, she has quietly contributed millions to causes aligned with her values. Her decision to allocate a significant portion of her estate to this foundation reflects continuity rather than surprise. Streisand has often spoken about using her success as a platform for advocacy. By directing royalties, investments, and properties into structured charitable efforts, she ensures that her influence extends beyond entertainment. This approach transforms personal wealth into collective opportunity. It also highlights a philosophy she has lived by. Art and success should serve a broader purpose. Rather than focusing solely on inheritance as tradition, she views legacy as responsibility, an enduring commitment to the causes that shaped her worldview. Real estate, royalties, and creative ownership. Part of Streisand's financial success stems from business savvy. She retained ownership stakes in master recordings, publishing rights, and image licensing, assets that continue generating revenue. Her properties in Malibu and Beverly Hills are not only luxurious residences, but also symbols of decades of achievement. Yet ownership for Streisand has always meant control. By carefully structuring how these assets transition in the future, she maintains authority over how her work is preserved and used. This level of planning demonstrates foresight. Rather than allowing creative materials to become fragmented or mismanaged, she has established trusts and legal frameworks to safeguard them. Her approach is increasingly studied in entertainment law as a model of cultural asset management. It underscores a central theme of her life: autonomy. From altering her name as a teenager to directing major films, Streisand has consistently insisted on steering her own narrative, and that includes what happens after she steps away from the stage. Reflection through memoir and final projects. In recent years, Streisand released her memoir, My Name is Barbra, a sweeping reflection spanning more than 900 pages. The book offers detailed insights into her artistic journey, personal challenges, and creative decisions. Far from a sensational tell-all, it reads as documentation, an archive of thought and experience. Alongside literary reflection, she continued recording music, including collaborative albums that bridge generations of artists. These later works feel less like commercial ventures and more like curated farewells, celebrations of connection through song. Streisand has always believed in storytelling as preservation. By documenting her life in her own words and finalizing musical projects with intention, she ensures that her voice remains present, not just in recordings, but in context. Legacy, for her, is not accidental. It is shaped deliberately. Each project becomes part of a cohesive narrative she has authored across decades. What remains? Art, impact, and intention. As Barbra Streisand moves through the later chapters of her remarkable life, her focus appears clear: continuity with purpose. Awards, box office totals, and chart records tell only part of her story. The deeper narrative lies in how she transformed artistic success into sustained cultural influence. By strengthening her foundation, organizing her archives, and planning her estate with clarity, she models a forward-thinking approach to legacy. Rather than framing her decisions as dramatic or divisive, they can be understood as consistent with the independence that defined her from the beginning. Streisand's life has been guided by conviction about music, storytelling, equality, and creative control. What remains, ultimately, is not simply a fortune, but a body of work and a philanthropic structure designed to outlast her lifetime. In that sense, her final act may be her most thoughtful one, ensuring that the voice that once filled theaters continues to resonate far beyond them.